sports broadcast will proceed as normal. No more than 2 people may gather anywhere without permission.
Welcome to Jumping the Turnstile. I'm Jezbot.
I'm Timmy Taco.
Correcting community curfews. We are
by resuming again.
Yeah, we have to do it. We've just we're recording on the day of announcement here in Melbourne that we're on permanent lockdown. Don't leave your house after 8 p.m. and
don't leave your sector. Is this a good place?
That's interesting.
Is this a good place to drop in Ice-T's track?
Stay in your home. Do not attempt to contact loved ones, insurance agents, or attorneys. Shut up. Do not attempt to think, or depression may occur. Stay in your home. Curfew is at 7 p.m. sharp after work. Anyone caught outside the gates of their subdivision sectors after curfew will be shot.
I think you should.
Yeah.
I think you should. For this, what are we in now? Lockdown 4, or is this? It's stage 4 lockdowns, but
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
Yeah, episode 2, COVID.
What are you going to do with your 6 weeks? Actually, we should say that we don't know what exactly is getting locked down. Tomorrow they're going to announce, what businesses can't work. I think construction's, is going to be okay.
You think so?
But who knows? Who knows?
I think once I do this, then I'm going to be okay too. Open me beers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, if you're having problems with alcohol at the moment, you can call up your local services.
Can ya? I've got a couple of things planned. I in prep. I've done me yard duties. Right?
So did you catch wind of this? That was pretty much where we were going to go into this. So.
Well, look, I always had some inkling that there'd be some kind of stage 4 process. So I wanted to set up a bit better with my my property, seeing as we're stuck on it. So I'm doing my lawns. I did about 2 hours of gurneying, which is
the old pressure washering,
which is one of my favorite jobs in the world. Love a good gurney.
Well, once you get started on the pressure washer, it's hard to stop. Really,
it is. And I did a mow. The grass is a bit tall. But I did it in I think this is the way you do it. You go first at top height, cut the tops off, and then you just gradually mow the lawn again.
I'll have to stop you right there. First you do the edges with the whippersnipper.
Sure.
Yeah. Then you do like a little 45 cut on the edge you've just done, and then you mow the lawns, and then yeah. Look, I mean, let's not bore the listeners with how I mow my lawns.
No, but I was mowing my lawn. And,
sorry. So this is the content, more lawn mowing.
Lawn content,
talk.
Yeah. No, just yard work. I don't know if this is a corona boner or not, but I'm pushing the old, you're supposed to clear the ground before you just haphazardly mow over it, just in case there's a rock or obstacles. I hadn't quite cleared one area and ran over it, and I went, and I'd run over a Smurf.
Oh no!
An actual Smurf toy. So I'm out there doing.
Was it gardener Smurf? Was it landscaper Smurf?
It might have been. I don't know which. It was just one of those Smurfs with nothing in their hand. Like neutral Smurf. Yeah.
Yeah, and the only thing that defines him as a person is
his tail.
The tool he's holding.
That's right. So you just got to carry that around at all times. Hey, this guy's really handy. Let's call him Handy.
The handy man over here.
Handy Smurf.
Handy Smurf.
But I'm out there killing Smurfs.
I've been smurfing all up in my garden.
Mm-hmm.
I was smurfing some potatoes. I think we're moving into a potato economy. I would like to say that during the recession times that are going to come up, it's going to be who's got the potatoes and who hasn't.
Okay. The potato wars. Or the potato
economy.
Potato economy.
It's like,
okay.
Yeah, because you know what a potato can do. It's what calories it has or whatever it is in it.
So it sounds like you don't know what's in it.
I don't know, but I know people are going to want them, so I'm starting to grow them.
Okay.
I
Because you
think
can
it could be better than a Bitcoin, Tim.
Yeah, well, you can mash them. You can
Fry
chip
them, you can chip them, you can boil them.
You gotcha. Well,
Potato
yeah.
cakes.
Speaking of cooking, I've done I've pulled the old slow cooker out this morning,
Genius. That's
Yeah.
perfect weather for it. Yep.
and I'll just talk you through what I got in there. I've got wait, I'll fire up the kitchen behind me here, and I've got sizzling away on the slow cooker some lamb shanks, cubed up potato, which we all made at the moment. A couple of cans.
What kind of spuds? Because I'm all about the spuds at the moment. What variety? You got?
The variety of washed spuds, washed potatoes, I think they're called. Yeah.
Copy that.
What else we got in there? Got some roughly country cut onion.
Ooh.
We're going to top all that off with baby carrots put in whole. You know, big, thick.
Are they frozen? Were they frozen baby carrots or
No,
were they fresh?
No, fresh. And bunging all in the old slow cooker. Set it for 8-9 hours. It sets the whole house up. You get to smell it. Smell it all day.
Getting ready for it with that lamb shank, dripping
And
bones,
dripping
that
bones.
wet meat, wet meat.
Straight up the bone. And then I'm going to put it on. I'm going to put it on some white rice, a bed of white rice, and you just get the shank right on top there and
I can
drizzle.
almost smell it. You're saying that it's cooking right now. It's still slow cooking right now.
Can you smell it from your?
I think I can almost. So it's a cook-off. That's great.
Yeah,
I like it.
whole day
Look,
cooked.
I mean, I've been solely focused on what am I going to do for 6 weeks? Let's get rid of the boredom so I knew that this was going to happen. So I called a mate, said he got an Xbox One.
Okay.
And so I went and picked that up. Totally safe. He left it out by the gate. There was no contact. It was
Stay safe.
all
Stay
kosher.
safe. Yeah, stay safe.
I stayed safe, man, and so I got that Xbox One, so that's good. I'm playing Fallout games, so that's like
First-person shooter.
What's a first-person shooter / apocalyptic? Collect cans and weapons, and I don't know. Like,
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
see how far that goes.
Weapon up and not necessarily missions.
What I really want, Tim, out of the Xbox One is, I don't know, a game that has poker, Tetris, it has Bubble Bobble.
This
it
is
has,
you're talking Super Nintendo, man. That's what Super NES.
Yeah, pretty much, but with better graphics.
Okay, yeah, because I saw they've upgraded Tony Hawk to be digitally.
That looks pretty
remastered.
cool, yeah.
Yeah, it does look good.
Look, I thought about the Red Dead Redemption, get a little bit of Red Dead Redemption, but it was $60 still. And they've, I don't think they're making Xbox Ones anymore. I think there's a new one coming out, so they're not even making them anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
So we went down to JB Hi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
This morning. Yeah. So we got up. We knew it was going to happen, so we got up super early. We said, like, let's get up early and do the missions before the lockdown because we need some staff, man. So Cass got up, went to Chatty to do some shopping.
Yeah.
I went to Bunno's before the rush, and I was out of there by 10 o'clock, and the punters were filing in, right,
Yeah.
rank and file.
Well, can I just stop you there for 2 seconds because I was at Bunno's as well. I just gave you a text to say, what are you up to? And you said, I'm just at Bunno's. I went, I'm just about to go to Bunno's. And I went up there, and they were in full, panic shopping. You know, everybody rushed in. It's panic shopping. They were panic DIYing. Everyone was
For sure.
doing the
that's what
mad scramble, mulch.
Well, that's exactly what I did, man. I spent $100 on potting mix,
Yep.
compost, cow manure, I got right up in there because
That's the
I
same
know for
aisle that
me-
I was in.
Well, I know for me, I'm gonna want to be out in the garden if I have to stay at home. So I've got to have enough pots and potting mix
And
to
supplies.
do my dude. Yeah. So like I admit it. I was there. I did it this morning.
Mm.
But then how's this, right? I sort of buried the lead. Like this is the more important thing that's actually happened over the last 3 months.
Mm.
But so we were getting all our business. So I went and bought a new Xbox game. I spent $4, Tim. That's what I spent. $4.
Okay.
I got a basketball game, and then I spent $12 on build your own roller coaster. You know,
Okay.
whatever. So
So minutes of fun
yes,
for $4.
$20 worth of fun.
Yeah.
So we do that, and then we're like, right, we should just duck into, in Melbourne there's this it's a corner. It's called Spaghetti Junction, and it's where Prince's Highway meets Police Road
Meets Wello Road.
Springvale, Wellington Road. Everything. It's like 9-10 roads, and it's called Spaghetti Junction.
Yeah.
And so we're sort of, the Bunnings we went to was over there sort of. So we're like, oh, we'll just duck over to Cal's.
Yep.
And we'll duck into Spotlight as well because Cass wanted to make her own masks.
Mascos.
And I wanted some fleece for me garden. Put the
Gotcha.
fleece over the so the bugs can't get in, right?
Sure.
So it's a shopping centre. There's like 9 entrances, and it's all car park, and it's one of these. It's a weird strip around. You've got these weird shops, and
Yeah, it's hard to
you
park there.
sort of avoid going there because you can't get onto the road you want when you come out. And
Yeah,
like
it's
too
true.
many-
Yeah, too much spaghetti. Too much spaghetti.
so much spaghettis.
Yeah, spaghetti.
over here. There
Spaghetti
you go.
junction.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm surprised it took that long.
Mm.
So we get out of the car, and I hear a whoo, boom crash.
Okay.
I should go. I hear a like that, but it's a car being crunched,
Okay.
and I know the sound, and so my bat ears spike up straight away. Right, here's a chance for me to correct some community concerns.
Okay.
Basically, Batman
Right, hero time.
swoosh-
All right. It's when
Sweep in.
it's when the equivalent of Spider-Man's Spidey senses when Superman runs and opens his shirt. That moment, and
Exactly.
when Batman goes
And
down
do
the
you know-
pole. That's the moment.
Do you know what the moment is, Tim? There's 2 type of people in the world.
Fuckwits. And
No, you've got, well,
3.
to be seen. You've got your people that hear the loud explosion and run towards it,
Yep.
and you've got the people that run away from the explosion.
Gotcha.
Right, so it turns out that Batman and Robin, which is Cassie and myself,
Right. Yep.
well, my wife,
Yeah.
I think she's Robin,
Okay.
because
Sure.
I was out of the car first.
Yeah. You drive.
We respond. So my spider senses went up when I heard it, the crash, but then this woman starts like screaming.
Okay.
So I start to run
Wait.
towards the car,
Screaming.
and I
is
can
pain screaming or.
pain screaming.
Ooh, that's not a
So
good
the large crashing sound has resulted in someone being injured, a lady.
Okay, it's a
would say.
full Corona boner.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm running. Cass is like just behind me. I get to the scene. There is a lady that's on the ground on her side.
Yeah.
There is a white van has basically Corona bonered her.
Yeah.
She had pulled a trolley beside the car,
Yep.
and she was going to open up her boot
Yep.
to load the stuff in, right? But
Sure.
safely.
Yep.
She was trying to stay safe, right? And this dude in this white van has just obviously careered. I don't even know how he did it. He was either on his phone, he was
Yeah.
either drunk. He wasn't paying attention. Something's happened. He's been a dickhead.
Yeah.
And has, like, basically bunted her in the back, in the hip, in the ass, like, onto the ground and smashed her car so hard, forcefully, it left a full dint impact, and his car was all smashed up too, right?
So what? So has he come around a corner, or is he just she's pulling out, or
no corners, man, no corners,
distracted?
Just there's no sense to it.
Okay, a full boner.
He's probably he's playing Tetris, or he's on Facebook, or the equivalent.
Yeah.
And he's looked up and seen something's jumped out of him, maybe, and pulled in wiped it out. So
she's
what? She's like, screaming like,
on my car, or you hit me. Is she under the car, or is she pinned up against the car?
She's not pinned, but she was like shunted off, like she's been hit.
Yeah.
And he's also come and wrecked her car. So I'm like, immediately, like, we arrive on the scene, Cass and I.
Yeah. And
there's about probably 4 people, the witnesses, and 2 other people have got there before us.
Damn it.
And they're all standing around him because it's all Corona times and everyone's masked up and no one's doing any eye contact at all.
No.
Like, because that's on my notes. No one's doing eye contact now that everyone's wearing a mask. But anyway.
Yeah.
And so I pull my phone out and I'm like dialing 000. I was like, ambulance? Like, is anyone calling? She's like, oh, yeah. So, like, I'm trying to... well, fire, police, or ambulance. Ambulance, please.
This is you.
Connect you. Yeah. I call up.
Oh,
basically,
cool,
Batman.
Yeah, okay. Because you've never had to 000 before, have you? Not.
Oh, 100 times.
Okay.
100 times.
Okay.
I could tell you so many times, Tim.
Okay.
So I'm
on the phone.
I'm calling, but everyone's sort of social distancing from her, and they're saying like, don't move her, which is fair enough, fair call. But she's like going into shock and stress, and no one's around her. So Cass dives in. This is like 25 seconds, all right?
Yeah.
Cass dives in, props her head up because she's moving her head around. It's like she's like, stop moving. Gets the 12-pack of Dunny Roll.
Yeah.
And sticks it under her head.
Oh, yeah.
Right, a little bit of blanket. Holds this lady's hand and like is patting her on the head. You know, saying everything's going to be okay.
Doggo.
My husband's called the police and
Don't
ambulance.
worry, my husband's Batman.
I'm Robin, or
Nice
let's
to meet
say
you.
no, Batgirl.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Because also Tim, we're all wearing masks.
Oh,
So
yeah.
All
okay,
this,
you are.
all this victim sees is this angel in a bat mask looking up.
So you're wearing a
looking
Batman.
down at her.
You're actually wearing a
No,
cowl?
this is Cass.
or-
This is my
okay,
wife.
okay, good.
Cass is the angel.
Okay.
And, you know,
So did you get through to the right department? Like what was
Okay,
the
yeah, right.
turnover? What was the phone turnover?
so here's what happened. So I'm on the phone to the dispatch lady. I got through to the ambos, and she's saying, "Where are you?" And I don't know what the corner's called. I call it Spaghetti Junction. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because no one knows what it's bloody called. And she
Yeah.
goes, "Well, where are you?" And I said, "Well, I'm in Springvale, I think, because we're on
I'm
the corner of
simultaneously in Glen Waverley, Springvale.
yeah, exactly, dude. Dandenong South." And so I said,
spaghetti, spaghetti. You should have just shouted that to her.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, so it's the Coles. And then I start naming buildings because she's going, "Oh, is it the Coles on Wellington Road?" I'm like, no, not that one. She says, "Is it the Brandon Park Coles?" I was like,
No.
"Not that one. No, it's not that Coles." And so I started saying, right, there's a Hungry Jack's, there's a paint shop,
A
there's
KFC.
the KFCs, there's all this. She
Spotlight,
goes,
yeah.
"What's the best road to get at the entry?" And I'm like,
All of them.
to be honest, I said, to be honest, there's 9 entries. It's so confusing. This is why I never come here. and I'm asking the crowd, like, where are we? Where are we? They're like, oh, you're in Springvale. Oh, no, you're in Knox. You're in...
Okay, yeah, you're on
So I
the
got-
junction. You're in 5 places at
Anyways,
once.
it's a good just 2 minutes
Yeah.
from calling to her saying, all right, so I think I found it, or we found it with dispatch, this police. Right, I said, you better send the cops as well, because this dude hasn't left his car.
He's still in his car, COVIDing.
He's still in his car, like 500 mil off the bumper bar of where the accident happened.
Okay, he's backed off.
He's just sitting in his car on his phone. Like,
Oh,
he's either calling his lawyer,
or his wife.
whatever.
Or whoever
Or
he
his
borrowed the car off. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, she goes, oh, don't move her, don't give her food or water.
Okay.
I'm like,
Well, I wasn't
we're
gonna.
not gonna feed her. So that's cool.
Oh, because
I
there's
said,
Hungry Jacks. What do you want? Hungry Jacks? KFC?
Yeah,
We got everything.
KFCs.
We got everything. The donut shop.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
And so she's like, don't move. I said, my wife's, which is, nothing's happening. So I said, can you give me an ETA on the ambos? Because she goes, all right, well, I think we've got you. They're on their way. I said, ETA? She goes, couldn't tell you. I said, all right, fine.
Fuck
So
you.
I go out onto the highway so I can wave down the cops.
Okay. Yeah.
And as I see them come, it's like another 3 minutes or so as they're coming down. That happened to be where I'm standing, so it was kind of cool.
Okay.
But there's a car in front of them trying to pull into the lane where all the accident was happening.
Okay.
So I'm already in front of him, directing traffic, going, nah, mate, you gotta go that way, go that way. You can't go here. Mind you, like where the accident's happened, the car right next to it, the lady's got back with all their shopping, and she's like trying to load her car up and
Leave?
get out. Yeah,
What, with somebody already on the ground?
she was put out that she had to obviously wait for the coppers. Anyway, so I waved these coppers in. And here's the rub, Tim and listeners. So we've taken care of business. The dynamic duo.
Sure.
When the cops rocked up, man,
Yeah.
it was like they were looking at me because I'm now standing behind Cass and the whole thing, right? So, but they were looking at me like, who the fuck are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? So they didn't ask Cass a single question.
Right.
Didn't say thanks.
Yeah, but do you remember
else-
in movies, right? The city cops are doing their job. Something's happened in a small town. It's a small town murder, right? And then the FBI turn up and they do the old...
I don't think so. You're in my jurisdiction now, Sheriff Butt Breath.
Ah, yeah, the jurisdiction.
jurisdiction.
So,
So they out jurisdiction you, right? So
yeah.
that's
But you
know.
say, thanks, boys.
In this country town, we have a little bit of common sense and courtesy.
Well, I tell you, I almost dove into because the lady on the dispatcher was saying, make sure is there any hazards around? Is the car on fire? All this business, and then she's like, make sure there's no one's in the way. And so I almost
so
jumped into
you've been put to duty.
deputized.
Yeah.
I've been deputized.
Yeah.
And so I almost started saying, oh, look, because, 1.5, social distancing, guys, come on.
To who?
Let's give us some air. I almost started saying that
Please,
to the crowd.
if you fucking... I swear.
No, I didn't.
I'm glad you
I
fucking
wanted
did.
to. I wanted to.
If you did, I would edit it out.
Just for a brief second. It was like a microsecond. I thought, oh, social distancing, guys. Cops are on their way.
Right.
We could get... We're on the brink.
Okay, so
the-
just
the
give me a heads up here. What's the deal with mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, right? So now,
Yeah.
once you've been deputized and you know your first aid, you've done your bloody
Yeah, I've done a few things. It's
Yeah.
lapsed, but
you got your
whatever.
certificate. But what's your policy on the mouth-to-mouth to COVID times?
Well,
We're going to
Cass
see
was
that
asking,
in public.
oh, yeah, right. I see what you're saying.
So someone's going, I can't breathe over here. And they're like, I'm not giving you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation because one of the symptoms is that you can't breathe. So
I think it
Are
would
you
have been
having
a
a
bit
COVID right now?
inappropriate. It would have been a bit inappropriate if I had started giving her mouth to mouth because she was actually breathing and crying and screaming out for her husband. Which Cassie dove in and said, "What's your name? It's going to be okay. Give us your phone. Where's your phone? What's you're married? What's your husband's name? What's his number?"
Harold.
So she called Harold.
Yeah.
She's already texted this woman. They're going to be buddies now.
Okay. Oh, to see how she was.
Yeah, that's right.
How did Cass get her number?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was something about. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask.
Maybe we should hang out sometime. Here's my number.
All right. So here's the rub, though. The Ambos rock up. It was pretty quick, probably 5 minutes all up.
Okay.
Maybe 7 minutes. They rock up. They get out of the truck. They come up to Cass. No thanks.
What?
No thanks.
No thanks to Cass.
No. We'll take it from here. Nice one, dudes. Thanks for that.
She got the same jurisdiction.
She got
rule.
No respect.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, we did get respect from the punters. So as I said, all right, Cass, let's get out of here because we can't do anything.
Because we got to go fight crimes elsewhere.
That's right. We got to go to Spotlight to get some fleece.
to get some capes.
Yeah, we need some new mask material to hide our identities.
Yeah, true.
So as we're walking off, a couple that had witnessed it all and seen us jump into action actually said, to Cass, you a nurse? Oh, you did really well. Like, you jumped straight in there. Are you a
front
nurse?
line,
Like,
front line.
No, Cass was just like, no, I'm just a fucking human being.
Bro.
You know?
Yeah.
She didn't say that, but that's what we were kind of walking away from. Was like,
that's what we're supposed to do.
No one was going to go in and comfort this woman.
Okay.
There was such a hesitation to even call the cop or call the ambos.
Right, because it's no longer anyone's responsibility. You just got to look out for yourself. Should we play the Ice Tea song again here? Yeah, so that's quite an event. So do we know what happened to her? Did she get
well, we'll get updates because
did she get taken away or
her hip will be broken.
Yeah, for real.
For sure, man. For sure. She was in pain.
What about the dude in the car? What happened to the dude who done it?
Well, I don't know. Because, actually, the only thing that the cops said to Cass was, "Did you see it?" And Cass said, "No." And then they said,
"Well, fuck you, get out of here." Yeah, right.
She disappeared into the night like the ghost who walks.
Okay. Yeah, maybe that's the way to do it when you're a superhero. Just say I wasn't a witness. I didn't see anything. I was just a passerby in the night.
Yeah. So there you go.
What an action-packed. So did you get your bloody Spotlight stuff?
No, it's too expensive there, and they were totally out of. Cass needed. I tell you what's run out at Spotlight. You wouldn't have guessed it during the COVID rush by. Is the materials everywhere as far as the eye can see, but it's the actual sewing needles for your sewing machine.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's what empty.
Right.
Like not one needle.
Ah, okay. Somebody's taken all the needles.
Well, it's no good having all this material if your sewing machine doesn't have a needle. True.
I mean, you could always look up how to sew it by hand, but
Well, do you know what the other thing we were going to make, apart from the masks?
And cocademas.
Cocademas are long gone, mate. We're still trying to give them away, so don't bring that up ever again, please. Cass wanted to make herself a bit of a body pillow.
Okay.
Seen these? Heard of these? You've seen these?
No, I haven't.
So it's like a pillow that's about 4 or 5 feet tall, and you just sort of hug it overnight.
Okay.
So if you're a side sleeper,
yeah.
Yeah, you hug the pillow. You know how you
Spoon
put
it.
a
You
pillow
spoon it.
between your knees?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's basically the entire length. It's just like one long pillow, so that you can sort of like
So it's a
cocoon
whole-
and
It's a whole other
Like-
person in the bed.
yeah, it's like how a koala hugs a eucalyptus tree. You're
Okay.
you're hugging this body pillow
Yeah.
as your comforter.
Okay, so you're not offering comfort to your wife enough for her to...
Dude, you know our policy. It's
No
a two
touches.
doona bed. It's a two doona bed during the winter.
Is it really? Oh, you did tell me that.
I got to, because she's also without the body pillow. She's a fidgeter, and I'm a light sleeper.
Okay.
So if she fidgets, I can't sleep. You know what
Okay,
I'm
so
saying?
I'm feeling like pitch that bitch, right?
Mm.
It's the perfect housemate. We have to sleep in the same room, but she fidgets and I light sleep. Come on. It's like the catto. And then when you go out of that, it's the catto versus the doggo. Remember? Cats and dogs living together.
What a yeah, so like it is another person in the bed, but it does make for a better night's sleep for moi.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And it is all about you. Stay safe. We're all in this
Hey, dude.
together.
Look, I tell you, the best way to keep Jezbot at bay is to let him sleep all day.
All way. All the way.
I need to get a good during the COVID
Yep.
10 to 11 hours if I can.
I don't think you can do that.
No, I can't. I go to bed usually at about 9:30,
Yeah.
and I'm awake at 5. But then I don't get out of bed if on my day off. Like I got out of bed at 8:30 this morning to get to Bunno's at a reasonable time. You know.
Yeah, okay. Now, I thought you were going to say that there was another bigger incident. I thought you were going to say you went to get masks and people were going to have a bit of a mask off in the car park. I thought that's what the story was going to be.
Well, I thought saving a woman's life was pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Saving a life, not sure about.
Well,
Did you get what you wanted from JB at least?
yeah. So I told you I got the roller coaster game and I got the
that was
basketball
JB.
game.
Okay, good.
But it was like the basketball game's from 2014, and my question is to you:
Yeah.
do you think my skill level, because it's 2020 now,
Okay.
so the new basketball games, there's no chance I'm going to be able to play it.
Too complex.
So
too advanced.
So I went back to 2014 to see if my digits and my stupid thumbs can
could handle it.
learn how to play it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's all right. I've gone back to Nintendo Wii, and I've just got Clarky hooking up all of our systems so that it's got like 200 games on it. So I don't need discs
Oh, so you
anymore.
can chip them or something.
Yeah, it's pretty much like that. I've got an external hard drive and this and that. I don't want to bore you with the details, but
Please don't.
No, I won't. 200 games. So you could when you're there and you're going, this basketball game's shit. When you realise you're being ripped off $4, then you can just change the game.
I think I've got a problem with this whole, and it started with the PlayStation 1
Right.
when they figured out how to chip the PlayStation 1.
Right. Yeah.
And then you got 70 games off your mate.
Yeah. On disc.
And you play one game for 6 minutes
And then you
before
change
you
it up.
say, fuck this, and throw it out, right?
Yeah, true.
But if you had bought that game,
You would aim to complete it.
you'd sit there at least for a little bit, and I think that's what's going to happen. I know when I got that for Christmas, I got one of those arcade. It's got full joysticks. It's just like a little console, and it's
Yeah.
got like 1,600 games.
Each one shitter
And-
than the next.
Well, all you're doing is scrolling the whole time,
Yeah, it's true.
and then you go into it and you realize, oh, I don't want to play Battleships out, and then you go into Street Fighter Turbo Edition 92.
Yeah.
Nah, don't want that one. So I think that's what's going to happen if you take that Wii to Clarky and he gives you all the free, you're gonna be
Bored
after about
D.
10 minutes.
Well, this is what I was going to do. I said, can you please make sure there's arcade shooter games? You know, when you use the control, because it's all infrared. So there has to be games where you can like shoot the zombies or whatever. Anyway, it turns out there's like 100 of them. So what I'm going to do is you need the gun to do it. So I'm going to get the...
buy yourself a gun, man.
No. I'm going to stick the remote, the infrared remote I've already got, to a Nerf gun.
Oh, yeah.
so depending on the game...
Is that a COVID cure?
That's a COVID. Yeah, that's a cure, yeah.
Like for boredom, that is.
Cure for boredom, yeah. Okay. It is. It makes it more interesting.
And you got to make do with what you've got around you at the moment.
Yes, you do. You do. But that might make that a little bit more exciting. So even if the game's shit, it's kind of cool to be holding a gun that big. You know?
I like it, man. I would have suggested, like, I always go to, geez, I still want to play Duck Hunt. You know?
Exactly.
The original gun from Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it's just a simple duck that comes out of the bushes and you get to shoot it. I mean,
is
there anything better?
No, yeah, it's great. So
I'm not for. Go on.
So I was just saying that is your sector being locked down, like your work sector? Are you going to be working?
Announcements are tomorrow on that.
Okay, so can we just say that if it is full styles, are we going to do this
every day, half an hour every day?
Okay.
I think we've been going for about 30, 40 minutes right now, and what I fear, Tim, is that if we go try to do an hour every day during the COVID lockdown extravaganza 6-week, fuck.
Yeah, true.
I think we might go insane. Well, it's going to be about, I've got a note here, Tim, how I cleaned my fireplace. You know?
Yeah, I hear
you say, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm at
but
the
I'll
front
tell you why. I'll tell you why I did it.
Yeah.
I've got the new ducted heating in the roof, and one of the outlets is a bit too close to the fireplace, we think, because when the it's cold floor and then the heat and then the rushing wind and down the chimney, we're getting a bit of blowback smell of soot.
Oh. Okay.
Which is no good.
It's no good.
But it led me to think about cutting firewood ratios, because I cleaned it out, right? I did a full clean, emptied all the ash, and gave it a good vac out.
Okay.
And then that night I had a fire, but I've always been in the school of thinking that your ash bed assists in the getting the heat up.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
That night, so the first couple of fires, until that ash bed had built up again, you're not getting the forward radiant heat.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's all. But then I started thinking it's all about cutting the ratio. It's the wood cut ratio to heat reflection. Look, I mean, this is what I'm saying. This is what the podcast is going to be.
Let's just say you've got the time to work it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're doing this. We're doing this over the phone and over Zoom, and a few other little
every day for 6 weeks.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
That's what we're doing, aren't we?
Well, this is what you're saying, but I'm sure I can squeeze it in for 30 minutes every day. If you're at home all the time, you have to make some time to do it.
Well, this is it. We'll find out what sectors are closed down. I do believe they'll. I don't know if I'm going to work anymore. But
okay, start doing some bloody pod research then, so we've got material.
Yeah. Well, I've got a good note. I've got a good note for next time about how the tardigrades. You know, the tardigrade. I'm doing it right now, so I might as well just do it right now.
Okay.
It's north,
east,
west,
south.
It's the news.
Sure.
And I'm just going to pull this up here. Yep. So this is from last year. But I was talking to our niece, actually, Sienna, no-time listener, long-time niece.
Yeah.
And she was telling me about how, you know, the tardigrades. Remember the tardigrades? It's those little
Tardigrades.
they're called water bears or whatever. They're these tiny creatures that microscopic creatures that
Are they
that
what?
you can't kill them, and they live forever, and they don't die from radiation. And
Aren't they sea monkeys or?
I'll hold it up.
Yeah. Oh, what the hell is that thing?
So that's a microscopic tardigrade,
That is
and it's
disgusting.
and it's believed that that they can live through space. They dry out, and then you put a drop of water on them, and then they come back to life. And there's different types, and there's this whole world of crazy tardigrades, right?
Okay.
And it's been used in a lot of sci-fi and whatnot. But what happened was last year, this is from wired.com.au, a crashed Israel lunar lander spilled tardigrades on the moon.
Oh.
So they're known for
Survival.
how strong they are and how they can live through anything. So
Okay.
I think what they've done is like
Populated.
you're never going to get the okay to, crash land a jar of tardigrades on the moon.
No.
Yeah, you're
If
not
you
just going to
do
be
it
able
by
to release them, I should say.
if you do it by
You've got to
accident.
do it by accident. but then what does it actually mean? Like, what if they colonize the moon? What
Yeah.
happens, Tim?
Oh, the tardigrades have evolved, and they're everywhere, right?
Well, I hope so.
Oh, okay. So
For-
you don't know. I thought you were going to tell me.
No, well, I didn't read any of the article, Tim.
So do you know how it accidentally happened? Like, who had them? Why were they even there?
Israel had them, and then they crashed them in there. Look, we're living in a 3-second society.
Yeah,
mate.
okay,
I'm not going
I've
to go
looked up.
read through. I'm not going to read. Like, look
You're
it up
not
yourself.
gonna
I told you.
Okay.
I told you. It's wired.com.au.
Yeah, okay. It's for your
Crashed
for your
Israel lunar.
information. Yeah, okay. Don't read it again. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So basically, is that their way of saying yes, there is life in space on our moon?
Yes.
On our moon, but we created it.
Well, if the tardigrades can live on the moon,
Yeah.
who's to say that there aren't more of them out there in space?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also with you.
Also with you, so science.
That was. No, that was the news.
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, I guess that should just about do it.
Yeah, it does it for me.
Yeah, cool. Does it for me. I'm going to go eat my delicious lamb shanks, which
I can't wait.
And yeah, so we'll I guess we'll find out tomorrow whether we're in full pod mode.
Well, hopefully for the listeners' sake, we will be in full pod mode, so you can hear our dulcet tones day in, day out, talking about dishwashers, white goods, half-baked science projects, and
basic
what's that
banter.
spot? What's that spot on the inside of my cheek?
Yeah.
And for jumping the turnstile, thank you for listening. I'm Jezbot.
I am Taco.
Go get him, Tiger, and if you can save someone today, go ahead and do it, mouth to mouth.
Yeah, if you can
Cove
save
it up.
someone today,
Cove it up.
if you can save someone today, save someone today.
They hop, they duck, they climb. They go through 2 at a time.
Jumping the turnstile. Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
Leap over the turnstile.
Hop over the turnstile. I had to take me. It was like a ninja. Jumping the turnstile.
And it's no small thing.
People have jumped the turnstile.
I definitely jumped the turnstile. Jumping.
The turnstile.
I definitely would do it once, twice. I would do it over again. Whenever I believe I have to do it, but I do it, I get away because there was no one there, so I figured it'd be just easier to jump the turnstile.
I've jumped some fairs in my day.
I definitely jumped the turnstile a few times. Jumping.
Turnstile, instead of just paying the $2.25.
That's the technique. I pull the turnstile back like that. Boom, boom. My upper body is not moving. Just my leg.
Jump the turnstile.
Jump the turnstile.
The turnstile. We are the antibacterial wipes. This don't even look sanitary.